Do you have the holiday blues? Hi, welcome to the KC CHIROpulse Podcast. I'm Dr. Michael Perush, and I'm joined by my co-host, Dr. Troy Fox. Troy, so many doctors wait until the last minute when it comes to the holidays. And I know we can't believe we're talking about the holidays already, but you know what? The holiday season is literally around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And almost if you've waited till now to even start thinking about it, you might be behind the eight ball a little bit. But you and I often talk about this concept of reactive marketing versus proactive marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk about that a little bit today, because I think this is very timely for right now.
Yeah, for sure. We had a guest there for a second in our studio. Yeah. So when we talk about reactive versus proactive marketing, you guys are probably familiar with that. Reactive is knee jerk. And that's when your practice is maybe not doing as well as you'd like it to. And you're kind of looking at your numbers. So you're doing the right thing. You're looking at your numbers, but all of a sudden you go, we need to do something. And we're going to reactively market. I'm going to throw a caveat out here that I think you should be marketing year round, whether that's Facebook Lives and you're doing educational things, or whether you're doing patient testimonials. But when it comes to the holidays, we see a lot of businesses advertise, and I think it is appropriate to advertise during the holidays because people are looking at the flyers and the stuff that's either in the newspapers or on Facebook or on the radio. They're looking for Christmas deals, right? So it's a good time to get your name out there, whether you're offering a reduced service or not. I don't think you have to do that to market during the holidays. But my question to you would be then, what do you think is an appropriate time frame to start marketing? Because I know like Walmart, they've probably got all the Halloween stuff out already.
Yep.
I'm guessing. I haven't been at Walmart lately,
I'm sure
but it seems like I go into Walmart and it's still summer and there's Halloween stuff. And then as soon as Halloween's over, there's Christmas trees out. So they seem to be very proactive in their marketing. What would you recommend from a marketing standpoint for my starting point to be planning and then to actually kick the plan into action? What do you think?
I would almost say, do what you just said, follow what the retailers are doing. When you see Walmart or, the other retailers start bringing the Christmas stuff out, the Hanukkah stuff and the deep holiday stuff, that's probably time to start marketing, because they know that people are starting to think about it. And people have a tendency, especially in today's economy, they have a tendency to think a little bit further ahead about their purchases. They want to spend money, but they think about it just a little bit longer. So I think probably by October 15th to November 1st, somewhere in there, you really should be starting your holiday marketing. Now, what we've typically seen in the past is we see doctors wait until about the first or second week of December when their patient numbers start declining a little bit because of the holidays, and they react to it. And what do we want to do? We want to throw that $11 promo out there in the hopes that we can get those numbers back up really, really quick. Well, remember, the slow drip of marketing is way better. And Troy, you're absolutely right. You need to market all year round. But when you do reactive marketing, you're putting yourself in a position to give away your services because you're trying to get that quick injection. When you do the slow drip of marketing, you don't have to give away your services, but you've got to be proactive about it. You can't wait till the last second. So, I think that October 15th to November 1st, maybe up to the 10th of November is a good time to go ahead and start. I don't think that's too early at all.
No, I agree with you. And I think, let me throw out a couple ideas on marketing too, because you're visualizing as you're watching us, maybe that you're thinking about print ads, or maybe you're thinking about Facebook, or maybe you're thinking about a radio ad barrage at that point. Let me throw a couple other ideas out there. These are some simple ones that I really like and we've utilized in the past. Some of those are a spa day in your office. Bringing people in and the folks that you have already as patients that you've cared for, and then quite frankly, if we're honest about it, they've taken care of you because they're the reason you have a paycheck. Those folks come in. So I like to treat my patients this time of the year. Another thing that I enjoy doing is let's say I've come across a really compelling new piece of research in chiropractic or something that's going to better my patients. I like to throw a little brown bag lunch, and I limit the number of people that can come. So that way I can attend to every person that's there. I don't want 50 people coming to the brown bag lunch. I want 15 coming to my brown bag lunch. And then if that's doing really well in your practice, have another brown bag lunch later. But to your note, where you talked about getting too close to Christmas, throwing a brown bag lunch on December the 21st is not probably the greatest of ideas. Throwing a brown bag lunch near the end of October, beginning of November, where there's not a lot of holiday activities around it, is a good time. And gauge your patients. Are your patients, are you in a rural farm community? Are you in a metropolis? When is a good time to have that brown bag lunch? And the other question is, do you provide lunch to those patients that are coming in? In my case, we've done it both ways. We've said, bring your lunch. And we've done times where we've provided like a Subway sandwich and a bag of chips or something. We make sure that way that that somebody doesn't come in and they're not starving by the time they leave, because they forgot to bring their lunch. So we've done it both ways. But that's one example of something that you can do in your practice, and it does two things. One, it puts patients one-on-one in front of you.
Sure.
Two, it brings them into your facility. A lot of times people walk into your facility, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I didn't realize your office was so nice. I love it when people say that. So it's enjoyable. So there are a lot of different things you can do marketing wise that are not just throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. In other words, print advertising, radio, that sort of thing.
Yeah. And, I think the holidays are just a great time to do some brand imaging as well. And just getting your face out there, get involved in the community, get involved in, helping the food pantry, bring in more food, do a food drive in your practice, do some things that show you and your staff and your practice giving back to the community. That goes a long way. I know one year we did a food drive, and my gosh, we raised, I think, 2,500 pounds of food. It took us forever to get it there. But, we got huge mileage out of it with patients, and the referrals that came in as a result. Hey, I saw you were giving back in the community. I saw you did this for the food pantry. We think this is great. We want to be part of your clinic community as a result. Those things go a long way. So when we talk about marketing, Troy, you said it. You don't have to give away your services. That's not what we're talking about. Those give away your service promotions, those $11, $19 promotions, that's reactive marketing. So what we're talking about is being proactive. Don't have the holiday blues by waiting until you get to the week of Christmas and all of a sudden realize, oh my gosh, there's nobody scheduled next week. There's nobody scheduled the week after. And it's, clear into February that we see the numbers going down. And so you react to that and do something crazy like a new patient promotion. Start early, plan ahead. Raise your hands out there. How many of you have a marketing calendar? I don't see very many, but you got to have a marketing calendar. You've got to have these events set up for the entire year. So right now, while you're thinking about holiday marketing, sit down with your staff and just go ahead and plan out all the way through this time next year. Just go ahead and plan it out.
You stole the words right out of my mouth, because if you're going to have a calendar for marketing, you need to meet with your staff. You need to, and if your spouse is involved in your practice, whoever's involved in the practice needs to be in that meeting. And it's a think tank meeting. What are ways that we can not only get exposure for our practice, but give back to our community in a way? Now, this is the key. I don't want you going out there and grinding on something you don't enjoy. If you're not committed to the Kiwanis Club, don't join the Kiwanis Club, because it's going to show. If you're not committed to, XYZ, so pick something that you're passionate about. If you're passionate about arts, get involved with your local museum or the Arts Foundation. If you're passionate about chili, get involved with the chili cook-off that's in your town. If you're passionate about, another one that I like is finding a family, and there are many organizations in your town. I don't care how big your town is. There may not be many, but there are organizations in almost every town that you can go to and say, you know what? we really like to help families in need near Christmas. It seems like I hate to see kids not have a Christmas gift, that bugs me. So we really like to do that. And so that's another option, is if that's what your passion is and that's what your gift is, because really that's what we're talking about. What is your gift when you're marketing? If you expound upon the gift that you have to give to people, it may not be public speaking. You may have said, when I said that brown bag lunch, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting in front of a bunch of people. I'll do it one-on-one, but you could give back to the community in another way. So it's really where your passion lies. And that's how you get together with your staff and you find out what your staff is interested in, because they may be interested in something as a group that is not your forte, but they go, Doc, we got this. We'd love to do this activity. Well, I'm sure not going to stop them if they say, we really would love to do this activity.
Yeah. And there's all kinds of activities in every town. You and I both practice in a small town. But there's still the American Heart Association does the Walk for Life. What town doesn't have a turkey trot around Thanksgiving? Every town does. Go volunteer, be the one that hands out the numbers to everybody and records who's running the race. And you have your clinic jacket or clinic shirt on or something, and people recognize you. That's brand marketing right there. Is just getting your brand connected to you in different ways.
How much did that cost for you to go hand out those things?
$0.
Exactly. I love it.
$0. It's the best marketing ever.
Yeah.
In large part because it connects you to people, but it doesn't cost anything. So yeah.
And you always have fun. You have fun when you do those things because you get to see people as well. And they're like, oh, hey, Doc, Yeah. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Every town has a turkey drive where you take turkeys around to, underprivileged families. There's Toys for Tots. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Is that synonymous with the turkey drop? Now, some of you may be too young as your WKRP. Look it up on YouTube, the WKRP turkey drop. I would recommend you don't do that one.
Funny. It's a classic. Yeah, don't do that one. But the idea was thought provoking for sure.
It was a great idea. It just didn't work out very well.
So there's all kinds of logical opportunities in your town. And make sure that you do some kind of press release when you do something. If you do a food drive, for example, get the newspaper to come out and cover it and interview about it. Newspapers and radio stations are always looking, especially in smaller towns, they're always looking for things to cover. And they love covering stuff like that. So whenever somebody's giving back, that's a good thing. So the moral of the story here is don't wait until the holidays are here and you're handing out Christmas gifts or whatever. Start your marketing now. Start it now because now is not too early. And Trey, honestly, you gave me the best visual. If Walmart has the Christmas trees out, then you should be doing your Christmas marketing.
Right.
And I'm not trying to be religious or anything here. Whatever holiday you honor, we all have them. So just figure out what you want to be involved in and get involved. Yeah, good stuff. All right, everybody. Yeah. Hey, if you haven't already gone to katzconsultants.com, do so right now. And make sure to download our PDF on how to boost your annual practice income by $130,000 or more a year. You're going to love this. It's some simple steps to actually increase the revenue in your practice. So go download that now. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to the KC CHIROpulse podcast, brought to you by Katz Consultants, helping doctors keep their pulse on success. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.